Hi, welcome to this short video on knowing which enterprises to set up on Farmbench using mind maps. Farmbench uses enterprises to build up a picture of your business, so each one needs to be selected from this drop-down list and added to your account when you set it up. There are lots of enterprise options here to cover all farming activities, but choosing from this can be a little bit overwhelming. So we use mind maps to help clear up which enterprises you're going to need to add, make sure you're covering your whole farm, and set your data upload off to the best start. Today we'll be looking at 2 example farms and how their mind maps would look to give you an idea how to create your own. Here we have the example of John's farm. John has the short arable rotation, which is mainly combinable crops, including barley, wheat and beans, with 2 forage enterprises, which are his grass lays and some stubble turnips. He also has some permanent pasture, and on this, his ewe flock graze. The ewes lamb in about April, with most of the lambs being sold before tupping. The lambs which are kept after tupping make up the store lamb enterprise. He also purchases some ewe lamb replacements in around August and keeps these for a year before tupping them as shearlings. So how would this look as a mind map? We put John's farm at the top and break it down into 3 areas. We have arable, which covers all of his combinable crops in his rotation, his livestock, and then we also need a forage section because this is what's feeding the livestock. So he has combinable crops, which includes wheat. This is a winter milling wheat. Beans, which are winter beans, and barley, which is spring barley and winter barley. It's important to break down all of your crops into winter and spring and enter a separate enterprise for each. In his livestock, he has the breeding ewe flock, which includes the tups being used, ewe lamb replacements, so this will include all of the ewe lambs which are being kept for the year before tupping, and his store lambs. They're about 6 to 12 months old and being sold fat. In the forage section, we have all the grassland, which will include the grass lays and the permanent pasture, as well as the stubble turnip enterprise. So if we take a look at another example, Jenny's farm. Jenny also has an arable rotation, but hers includes some potatoes. She's also growing winter wheat and oilseed rape and has some grass lays in there too. She actually has some suckler cows and she's selling all of her bull calves straight off the cow when they're weaned. The heifers are kept after weaning and either sold for breeding or kept as her own replacements, so these need a separate enterprise. She also has some permanent pasture on her farm. So if you want to give this a go, grab a bit of paper and get a pen and see what you think Jenny's mind map would look like. If you want to just see how I would do it, keep playing. So we've broken down Jenny's farm into the 3 groups like we did with John's. In our arable, we still have some combinable crops, which included wheat, that was winter feed wheat, and oilseed rape, which was a winter variety as well. But different to the last one, Jenny had some potatoes. She only had 1 potato crop, which was ware potatoes. In her livestock, she had the suckler cows, which will include the bulls, and the heifer replacements, which are being kept for breeding or for breeding sales. In her forage, she just had grassland. So as you can see, we're left with 6 enterprises underlined and highlighted in green, which Jenny would enter onto Farmbench. So let's actually have a look at how John would have entered his example farm on Farmbench. Just as a reminder, here's how John's farm looked like on the mind map. We've got all of his enterprises underlined and highlighted green. So here is John's farm, actually with the enterprises on Farmbench. We've got his ewe flock and ewe lamb replacements, as well as the forage which they're grazing from. His arable rotation is entered here as well. If you'd like to see how to actually add these enterprises on Farmbench, have a look at our other video, setting up your enterprise on Farmbench. I hope this has helped, and thanks for watching.